Hi, first grade, it's Miss Frannis, and today we're going to review what setting is. When we talk about setting the story, what does that mean to you? And of course, the setting of the story is where the story takes place, or so it could be in your classroom, outside on a playground. A setting could take place anywhere, a story can take place anywhere, so the setting could be anywhere that the story takes place. So today we're going to read If I Built a House, written and illustrated by Chris Van Dusen. And Chris Van Dusen has had a lot of awards, especially Golden Sowers, and he's had a lot of Golden Sower nominated books, and he's won a couple of Golden Sowers. So this is such a great author. I love this author and illustrator. And remember, pay close attention to those illustrations because they, tell the story just as much as the words do. This is my personal copy, so I don't have a spine label on this one, but if we did, it would be in the everybody section. And of course, the first three letters of his last name are V-A-N, so it would be on our V shelf. And we do have some Chris Van Dusen books, so you'll have to check those out hopefully next year. So this is called If I Built a House. So think about, where does this story take place? What is the setting of this book? Jack, in the backyard, said to his mother, "This house is okay, but it's like any other. It's boxy and boring and basically bland. It's nothing at all like the house I have planned." My house will be different. It can't be the norm. I'll think about traffic flow, function, and form. Oh, it may include shapes like a tower or dome, but I'll focus on what makes a building a home. It's the rooms on the inside that make it unique. So step through the door and let's take a peek. We'll start with the basics right off the bat. Check out my all-in-one kitchen-o-mat. You don't have to cook and you don't have to clean. It's done by a space-age robotic machine. It makes all the meals and the food is delish. Then it washes and puts away each and every last dish. Oh, the living room's next. It's fun. Come on in. The chairs and the table and the sofa all spin. And trampolines lead to a giant ball pit. It's a pretty neat room, you have to admit. Now look in the bathroom. No shower, no tub. Instead, take a ride on my Scrub-A-Dub-Dub. Just step on the belt and it washes you clean. Even the places you've never seen. And here is my bedroom, way up in the sky, on top of a tower 200 feet high, with glass all around. Just check out the view. A bed in a tower? Now that's something new. The rooms we walk through just moments before are the kind that you'll find in any decor. But if I build a house, I'd add a few more. So hop on the slide. It's time to explore. You know how I constantly like to create? Well, this is my art room. Isn't it great? You draw on the wall. Don't worry, it's cool. Hung way up high on a big giant spool is a huge roll of paper that hangs to the floor. Just draw till you're done, then pull down some more. Next comes my flying room. See how it's tall? It's empty except for a switch on the wall. Just turn off the switch and you'll float off the ground. Then flap like a bird and fly all around. Isn't it nice to be up in the air? A room without gravity. That's pretty rare. This is my racetrack room. Step right inside. It's less like a room and more like a ride. It features a racetrack that loops all around with super fast go-karts that don't make a sound. You'll fly and you'll flip and you'll zip and you'll zoom. You have to admit, it's a wonderful room. A room filled with water? Now that's something new. But if I build a house, that's just what I do. This is my fish tank room. Ain't it a sight? Don't worry, they're friendly. The critters won't bite. Just strapped on an air mask to swim with the fishes. Now this is a room that every kid wishes. Of course, I've been saving the best room for last. And literally speaking, the room is a blast. So welcome, sit down. I'll seal up the hatches. This plexiglass playroom completely detaches. You'll fly it around. Why, it even has jets. For me, this room is as good as it gets. My house will be nifty. My house will be neat. My house will stand out as the best on the street. Daringly bold, yet exquisitely fine, a must-see example of modern design. My house will be held as refreshingly new. If I build a house, that's just what I do. I like the very back cover because we're going to be thinking big today. He says, think big. You notice that that dog was in almost every page. So we're going to think big today. But first, let's think about where's the setting of the story. And if you said it was his house, because it was pretty much in his imagination, then you were correct. It was pretty much in his backyard. He was thinking about this in his backyard. If you remember, show you the very front page there. It even says, Jack sat in the backyard. So he is back there in the backyard thinking about it. And of course, there's our fun dog. So it takes place in his backyard, in his imagination. And today, you're going to think big because yes, you are become architects and you are going to design your own house. You can make it as crazy as you want. This is just a basic layout. If you want to add to it, add to the bottom. If you want to add slides, notice there's no windows or doors or anything because this is up to you. This is your fiction house. You can do whatever you want to it because it's fiction and it's yours. So maybe one day you're going to become an architect and maybe I'll hire you to design my cool house because you might have some really good ideas. So you can make this as crazy and as cool as you want. You can add a water slide, you can add towers, you can do whatever you want. So be creative and have fun. Boys and girls, I'll see y'all next week. Bye.